hello assalamu alaikum Gambia maa ngi leen di nuyu di leen sant di leen gërëm di leen jaajëfal te di leen dalal ci programme bi nga xamante ne moom lañ tuddee waxtaanee doxalin réew mi every Friday nag dinañ ñëw fii di waxtaane yéen doxalini réew mi di jégalu nga xamante ne ñaari week yi passé yépp ñëwuñ pour waxtaane yéen because dañ jàppoon dañ tukki woon waaye ñu ngi sant yàlla suñ borom bi nga xamante ne dem nañ bi ñëwaat ci wér ak wér li di leen jaajëfal di leen wax ne leen asalaamu aleykum di leen dalal tey nag ñëw nañ pour waxtaanee doxalini réew mi bii nag moom dinañ ko jagleel li nga xamante ne mooy current issues yi nga xamante ne mooy current issues doxalini réew mi gis nañ ne fan yi génn nele ministre bi nga xamante ne moom lañ dénka wàllum géej gi nappa mi ooyoon nañ ko parlement pour mu ñëw pour leeral ay yenn mbir yoo xamante ne askan wi jaaxle nañ si especially ñi nga xamante ne ñu ngi dëkk ci boor yi Tànje Saañang an areas yooyu daal fi nga xamante ne fa la factories yi nga xamante ne foofu lañ nekk mooy ñiy nappa fish meal factories yi fi nekk place yooyu noonu gis nañ ne depuis government bi mu ñëwee ba léegi government bu ees bi gis nañ environment bi naka la mel yàqu-yàqu bi nga xamante ne ñu ngi koy gis fi mu nekk si suñ beach yi fi mu nekk si community bi I mean waste management bi daal in terms of how these people are managing the fish meal daal dafa jéggi dayoo nit ñi jaaxle nañ te ñun ñëpp kenn réerewuñ mbir ne this is something loo xamante ne it's not good for the environment it's not also good for the people and community biñ ko def health wise it's not even safe so therefore war na pour ñi nga xamante ne ñoom lañ tànn ñu nekk ci parlement bi su ñi nga xamante ne ñoo leen fa teg ñoo joytu ñoom itamit ñooy seen kàddu ñu oo ministre bi te defe naa ne loolu la parlement def gis nañ ne honorable Touma Njie mi nga xamante ne Banjul South la nekka moom gis nañ ne lii concern la si moom in fact moom sax nekkut si area yi nga xamante ne foofu la nit ñi ñoom la gën a lii affect waaye moom def na liggéeyam ba pare ñëpp jàppale ko si ay collègues am jàppale ko si ñu ñëw ñu oo ministre bi pour mu ñëw uyu pour mu ñëw teg ay leeral pour mun a ansa daal uyu daal lan moo waral lii bi nga xamante ne ñoom seen government bi ñëwee ba léegi jëluñ si ay satta defuñ si dara daal ñu ngi bàyyi nit ñaa ngee jooytu ñu ngi bàyyi ba tey mu ngi continuer defuñ benn regulations yoo xamante ne dinañ try to regulate how these people are managing the waste léegi nag loolu lañ ko ooye woon pour moom mu ñëw uyu si waaye defe naa ne fa mbir ma mujjee ñun ñëpp gis nañ ko liñ ko ooye woon mooy pour laaj ko lan moo waral lii government bi bu ñëwee ni gis nañ nataal yi gis nañ vidéo si kenn réeréewul benn lii Gambia la gis nañ sa am na benn vidéo boo xamante ne ñun ñëpp gis nañ ko ñooñu ñu ngee wane ne foog naa I think it's Sanyang ñu ngee wane ne ñu ngee gas di suul jën yi ñu ngee gas di suul dis waste ak lii yëpp dafa nekk loo xamante ne baaxul because xet gi sax xet gi rek nit ñi di ko nokki lii rek war dina mun naa isi feebar si nit ñi ba pare suñ beach bi it was very clean but we can also see ne lii sax dafa affect environment bi lii yëpp mun naa isi pollution and all the likes waaye suñ government bi moom especially di ministre bi nga xamante ne moom lañ ko dénka leeralut because liñ ko laaj ak moom li moo uyu nekkut loo xamante ne dafa leer nit laaj nañ ko moom mu ngi deny ne this is even Gambia he is trying to say ne this is social media or perhaps it's even from Casamance he claimed ne moom ministre bi videos yi nga xamante moom mooy circulate or the photos that are circulating on social media are in fact not Gambia from Gambia it's somewhere else mu jaaxal ñi ñun xàmmee nañ Gambia ñun xàmmee nañ gis nañ nit ñi dem nañ ñi dëkk Gambia dem nañ si beach bi dem nañ in all these areas we have seen it we talk about this since 2018-19 people have been talking about it therefore minister bi last time bi mu ñëwee dégg naa Tuma Njaay si boppam mu ngi ko wax ne last time bi mu ñëwee sax joxe wutoon correct information tey bi mu ñëwaatee not tey but fan yële bi mu ñëwaatee tamit he tried to avoid these questions yi nga xamante ne laaj nañ ko ba nga xamante ne sax dafa end up putting his foot in his mouth ba isi loo xamante ne mooy ne he was talking about he avoided answering the question ba di dem di address something like mooy the agreement they signed back in 2017 March loolu yëpp mu isi ko ba nga xamante ne sax dañ end up di ko laaj moom si boppam how was this signed, and he revealed that his government, the Adama Barrow's government, ñoom bi ñoo sign this agreement sax ñoom parliament lañ ko waroon a isi pour ñu ratify ko pour ñu make it a legal document pour ñu make it something loo xamante ne dina binding between these two countries, but they didn't do that. It was signed in Senegal without the knowledge of our parliamentarians. Léegi nag ñuy laajte government bi doxalini réew su fekkee ne dañoo doxalee réew ndax nii la ñoo doxalee réew ñun ñu ne déedéet doxalee réew kenn du ko doxalee nii Gambien si moo taxoon ñu ñëwoon pour waxtaane leen lu gàtta rek du gudda because vidéo bi su guddee rek daf tey xaw a isi jafe-jafe pour nit ñi seetaan ko soo moo tax ñuy laajte what were we expecting from this minister mooy ne pour mu ñëw mu address how this waste can be managed ba nga xamante ne askan wi dinañ si jëriñoo dëkk bi fi ñu ko defee muy fa factories ya nekk ña fa dëkk community bi dinañ si jëriñoo nit ñi jëriñoo si ñoom si seen bopp as government sax mun naa am mu isil leen income because this is not the only country that ñu am fish meal factory no, but other countries def nañ enough research to find out ne if managed properly this waste it could be used productively mun nañ ko use pour mu nekk loo xamante ne dina benefit dëkk bi dina benefit askan wi dina benefit area bi nga xamante ne foofu noonu lañ ko defee because wax nañ ne su fekkee ne waste bi research laa wax de man waxuma ko de it has been researched I have read it and I'm sure ne ministre bi si boppam su gestu woon toog rek gestu ba pare ñu teg ñi nga xamante ne seen xam-xam màcc na ñu teg leen fa defe naa ne suñ gestu woon or if they really care about the people and the environment and the community defe naa ne dinañ doon toog at least saytu pour xam ne fi mu nekk àddina si dara nekkaatul loo xam ne luñ koy waste gis nañ ne even bottles can be recycled and make use ñu defalaat ko pour def use a lot of things can be made from there also this waste can also be recycled and it could be used su fekkee ne treat nañ ko ni ko war a traité because of the chemicals they put in these pour try to nappa jën yi chemicals yi nga xamante ne moom la ñoo use in these all these things su fekkee ne treat nañ ko properly what can we do it can be used pour animals si seen bopp sax they can feed it to the animals if it's treated properly lii yëpp dafa war a nekk si agreement bi nga xamante ne sign nañ ko government bi si boppam dañ war a teg ay regulations yoo xamante ne to make sure ne these factories do li nga xamante ne war nañ koo def properly manage the waste bu ko defee ñu treat this fish meal suñ ko treaté they can then recycle it and use it and feed it the animals why do we feed it animals pour ñu feed ko animals mooy simple because of the high quality protein and energy bi nga xamante ne nekk na si man waxuma lii ma dama ko read and I'm sure a lot of people who are watching today ni nga xam ne ñu ngi seetaan xam nañ loolu because ñoo ma ëpp xam-xam man li maa wax nii yëpp ak li ma fee wax ak lii it's out there for people to see you just need to go and do your research but guess what ñun government bu lazy lañ am ñun dañoo always put people ñoo xamante ne they're lazy they don't want to do their job they have been paid to sit down and just lazy about and start copying and pasting this is what we have a government boo xamante ne they can't be bothered to do anything this could be used this is research loolu la wax it could also be used as a soil fertilizer because ñu ngi am ay farms ñu am nañ I'm sure that we have some animal farms there ñoo xamante ne dañ dee breed animals these people mun nañoo treat these waste ñu jox leen ko ñuy feed seen animals yi you know, we also have farmers. Sometimes in Gambia, we have farmers, and they talk the one day, we don't have enough fertilizers, government be enough fertilizers. These could be used, put new wahani, put new treat ko, because the Chinese, the Senegalese who are coming there, these people, big companies like Yo Hamentane, it's not just because Mange Dega, the community or the, whether they are activists or whatever, Yo Hamentane, they're dealing with these new kodon wa man ko don read ñom ñu ngay wax ne these people ñu ngay ñëw, these are big companies, they are not just local fishermen ñi nga xamantene ñoo joggé in Senegal because of the trolleys, over 50 tons of trolleys mom la ñoo fish. So these are big companies ñoo xamantene they have loads and loads and loads of money, so it will not cost them pour ñu ensure that they follow the regulations, and you su fekkee ne government bi laa wax de su fekkee ne they are making sure that these people teg nañ sarta yoo xamante ne ñi war nañ ko follow. It could have been done. You treat this waste. The farmers can use it. Put send farming, fertilizers, these and so many things. Even if it's treated, there is oil can be processed out of this. There is so many things yoo xamante ne we can get out of this. But our government don't care. This has been done in the EU and many other places. But then these people, they know I'm saying regulations, they know make sure any other country will follow these regulations to the latter. But in Gambia, on the other hand, we have people, ministers, people, top officials, they don't care. They don't want to think. They don't want to use their brains. They don't want to do anything. We don't want to have experts in places. We don't want to have people who know how, who are doing the job. The capacity to talk with think. We don't do that in Gambia. What we have is we just have people who are given jobs just because, oh, you're loyal to me, or because you belong to this political party, we give them jobs. This is what we have in Gambia. This is why we have people for 4 years. So the minister could not even address this because he has no idea. Because what he does is, a minister ko hamentene, John Nkoligay, because he was part of the coalition, he doesn't have no idea what he's saying. He came to parliament, he was murmuring, talking about something else, completely different. Lulu, because Hamut Lumowa, Motamu end up trying to deviate from the question, trying to address, even trying to blame, or trying to say, oh, these photos are from somewhere, or a responsible lawmaker should not even come there and start accusing or using social media, or the government cannot be run by social media, la-di-da-di-da. This was his excuse. And we all know that these photos were from Gambia. We all know ne Gunjur Li Haunafa, we also seen it in Sanyang and Tujareng and other places. We've seen it. And I knew how we find why Gambia. Can we not recognize Gambia? It is Gambia. It is Gambia. And we need to demand more. And I was so disappointed that I did not even see this on the media. I did not see this being talked about the way I was expecting this to be talked about. Gisumoko. Because this is what we have in Gambia today. We are busy talking about non-starters. We're busy talking about things that the Yobusun take offend. We're busy engaged into petty politics. This is what we're busy doing. We're busy following government Bohamentane and people, or even some opposition parties, they have no agenda whatsoever. They have no policies or no programs whatsoever to take Gambia to where Gambia in Boga. The Gambia that we wanted in 2017 and 2016 when people went into to vote Jame out was not this. We did not vote for this. This is not what we wanted. We wanted a government bohamentene. Lim don't blame Jame, do want Jame this, Jame that. We didn't want a government to repeat exactly that, or even perhaps worse. This government, we don't even know the same. In fact, in Gambia, before now, I did not see this. We did not see our beaches, New Gislen, New a factory bo xamantene or Senegalese foreigners ñoo xamantene dañoo ñëw di nappa ci suñu géej gi ñu jox leen license bo xamantene Gambian people don't even know what is in this agreement. We don't know, and our fishermen are suffering. Sing Masai amun jen, because we allow these people with their big trawlers, ñu ñëw bir Gambia, di napa, di yobu suñ jen yi nga xamantene mom lañ warona allow pour ñu breed like they said. So that balañ leen génné, no, we allow them pour ñu ñëw ni napa suñ jen yi nga xamantene sax mutanguñ sa pour génna. Instead of them using it productively, they are wasting it and dumping it right out there. The polluting environment. And when the people vote in office, they demand for accountability. They are rubbishing these people concerned, because that's exactly what the minister did. He came in and he was rubbishing the people concerned by saying that these photos are from Casamas. To me, that is an insult. That is an insult to me, if you ask me, because he could have come there and take responsibility. But you know what? We're doing something about it. No, he was not doing that. He was doing exactly what they know how to do best. Moylan, blame game. Blame game all the time, trying to point fingers at somebody else except themselves. Because this government, can you imagine? Can you imagine a minister, Gambia rek la mo am. Nga ñëw talk, ñi la laaj, ngay blame Kenen. Not only that, you also end up going round and round in circles until nga ñëw shot sa bopp on the foot. Ba pare ngay wax loo xamantene mooy lan nga ne yaa ngi wax about agreement. Then they ask you about the agreement. And this same agreement, you cannot even talk about what is in the agreement. Don't you think a minister, 4 years you are in the same position, one guy sit down one day even to look into this agreement, to read about the agreement, so that when you are asked off the top of your head, you will be able to talk about this agreement, what is in it, at least something. But he couldn't do it, because he could not even bother to read what is in that agreement. Because why? Because that is what we want as a people. We don't demand accountability. We don't put these people to work. Can you imagine? Fan la li muna amé ci dëkk Gambia rek e ministre nga ñëw toog parlement jàkkaarloo ñoom yow mënuloo ñëw sax nga explain yow loo xamantene yow yaa ko fa ici pour discuss ko, because yow li nga laaj ak yow li nga ici pare pour ñëw discuss, you were talking about jobs, this and this, and you could not even tell the people how many jobs every year you were able to create. Oh, we're creating jobs, we're figures up on top of his head, but he could not even tell us the figures. He could not even tell us how many youths were employed every year. You know, how do a government manage just by coming up with things and we don't have anything documented somewhere for people to go and see whether this is true or not? We don't even know. We don't even know whether this is true or not. And now when he talk about the so-called agreement that they went and signed in Senegal in 2017 in March, Gambia, may we remind you that during this time, ni neka nguñu won sax dama la wax ne bañ fa nekkee no, it was not even in March, because by March they were back in Gambia. That means in January, when they were during the impasse, this was when this so-called agreement was signed. This is what he said. They did not even bother to read it. And the same minister, Mafate Lilene, back last year, still in no parliament. And in parliament when he came, what did he do? What did he say then? Momsi Bopa, more Wahtani. We point fingers at Jammeh again as usual. Blame game. Mune the same agreement. Mom nyom binyowe. Dañ ko ñëw ñu delloo waat ko ñoom loolu lañ def mooy ne because the same agreement Jammeh, he was trying to say, by the way, what he said was mu ne Jammeh single-handedly revoked the agreement Gambia had with Senegal back in Fourth Republic la wax de. The same minister loolu la wax mu ne apparently, this same agreement that we are still working on today with Senegal, mooy bi nga xamante ne Fourth Republic moom lañ am ak Gambia. Can you imagine Gambia? Fourth Republic, how many years are we talking about? We're talking about during Jawara era. Jawara era la moo wax nii de. Mune time bobu belegi, how many years? Over 3 decades or more. That agreement we had with Senegal, mom la mo wax ne Jammeh bim ñëwee daf ko revoke. Ñoom bim ñëwee ñu delloowaat back sa teen ba. Ñoom loolu lañ def. He did not even bother to read whether there might be something that they need to amend. Because Munoma gives even 5 years agreement or every year's agreement, then could they review. Every year agreement, then they review agreement all the time because times change. Population will grow. A lot of things change. Technology is growing. So therefore we need to agree every agreement agreement you have with somebody or even governments are more than serious. Then review every agreement bo pour benendega pour state whether is it suit for purpose. Pour ngeen jëm ko amen. Update go, but no, this new government could not be bothered because for them it's too much to sit down and read whether there is anything in there that needs to be reviewed and amended. No, it's too much for them to do so. It's too much paperwork for them. It's too much reading for them to do. They don't do reading. They don't do sitting down and doing papers and read and try to understand. And no. What they want is somebody to just copy and paste. For them, it was easy for them to say, hey, you know what? Jammeh was the problem. Jammeh did this, Jammeh did that. Everything that they were telling us Jammeh was doing wrong, they are doing worse. Some of them, they're doing even worse. Because if you came last year, July, exactly a year ago, you came in Parliament and he said that Jammeh did not follow due process. He just went and revoked this agreement that we had with Senegal. That was why it was cancelled. Now, we had a new government and then they were saying that Jammeh did not follow due process. That's not the way it should be done. We should have gone to Parliament and ensure that we follow due process. But then when you came, you who was telling us Jammeh was doing all this bad stuff. Jammeh was trying to do everything by himself. He was not consulting anybody. You did exactly the same. Because when you were in Senegal, did you follow due process by consulting the people, the stakeholders who are involved, like the parliamentarians who are supposed to be there for the people, to look at it properly so that you ratify it, you make sure that it is good for the country, it's good for the people, before you guys sign the agreement and make it binding? No, they didn't do that because they couldn't care less. What they wanted was quickly just trying to appease Senegal. Of course, I don't blame Senegal or Macky Sall. Why would I blame them? Everybody is out there looking out for themselves and for their country. That is exactly what Macky would do. And that is what exactly every responsible government will do. You will look after yourself and you will look after your people and your country. You don't care about the next man. You don't care about the next country. You are there trying to negotiate for your own country and for the good of your people. That is why the Senegalese today, the fishermen from Senegal, are benefiting more than our own people. Because that's exactly what Macky did. He looked after his own people. He looked after his own people and his own country. And that is what we were expecting from these people that we voted for. But guess what? These people did not know. That, in fact, it's not even about not knowing. It is about they do not care about the people. And the same people want us to vote them back again in 2021. Are you kidding me, Gambia? Are we going to allow these people to continue disrespecting us, to continue disregarding us, only for them to come back and want us to vote? I say no, Gambia, we don't allow that. We should not allow that. We can allow the joy, we can allow the rare, because they did not. Everything li ñu waxoon ne Jammeh moom la moo def or génne leen Jammeh this, Jammeh that they are doing. Tell me, how many agreement Gambia had during these 4 years or 5 years, about nearly 5 years? We know exactly what is in that agreement. We don't know. They come every day lying. We've seen people being deported. We've seen people, they've given so much money. What is the agreement they had with the EU? What is the agreement they have with the Chinese, the Senegalese, and you name it? We do not know. We don't know. It's not out there for us to see. And when we bring them in Parliament, they will be the la-di-da-di-da-di-da. And they will get away with it. Why? Because we allow it. We celebrate mediocrity. That is why we have so many people today coming out di jàkkaarloo yéen ne dañ bëgg a nekk président. ñoo xamante ne manager si office sax duñu leen ko fa mun a teg ñu ñëw jàkkaarloo ñun askan wi duñu laaj suñ katta because xam nañ ne we accepted Gambia. They know we accept it. They know that they can come and kata us. Nah ñu ñeneen ñi ñëw duñu laakal angale duñu laakal big words di ñëw di jaay jomba ñaaw ñun we accept it and we easily celebrate people. Our standards are so low. This is what we get. That's why we have a minister. Mu ñëw taxaw ñu amee government. We have a president who dare ñu elect ko sax within few months in office. Or perhaps it could have been even before he was Balinkodon sworn in. We don't know. How do we know all this? And the same minister even came last year, and we did not make noise about it. What we're busy making noise about this nonsense, we were out there, pour ñëw di génn naan 3 years jot na, pour Adama Barrow ranul ma toog, lii lañ fi doon xeex. We never see people come out and fight for these, and these are the most important things, and many other things that are more important than that. We're not fighting for that. What we're busy fighting every day is about Randul Matok. Randall Adama Barrow Matok. We don't want to hold these people accountable. If we Randall Adama Barrow talk, we bring somebody else who is equally like Adama Barrow, we are going to be just going back, step back, Lenyojel. That is why I said we need to elect people. Ninga Hamentene, they know how. We put them in places. Ñoo xamantene they're transparent. Ñoo xamantene they will not do us 419. Ñoo xamantene their interest is for the country and for the people, more the development of the country. And this is the only political party that can do that is PDIs. You know, when you say this, people are, oh, because you're PDIs. No, Gambia, I'm not saying this because I am PDIs, a member of PDIs. No. The reason why I joined PDIs is because dama talk ma holko. Mohammed, these are the only political party they have the Gambia interest at heart. For over 3 decades, their language, the same language la ñoo Moine Gambia. Prosperity lañ buga. Pour nit ñi jox leen dignity bi nga xamantene mom lañ yelloo. Te dignity sax soko déggé moy li c'est la bokkat. Moy ne mënu ñoo am ñeneen ñoo xamantene benen dëkk la ñoo ñëw ex suñ kaw boppa ñu jël leen di leen jox opportunities. jox leen priviléges yoo xamante ne ñu dëkk si dëkk bi doomi réew mi ñu war leen koo jox ñu war leen a faale teg leen place ñoom ñi fa dëkk joxuñu leen ko ñun su suñ biir dëkk ñu nekk second class citizen. You don't see that anywhere. Only PDIs pour ñooy make sure ne Gambian, every single Gambian dañ am equality. Every single Gambian jox nañ leen dignity and respect bi nga xamante ne moom lañ deserve in our own country, and opportunities yi nga xamante ne moom lañ deserve. We don't need to go out anywhere because we have enough resources in our country to ensure ne everybody dina am li nga xamante ne moom la yelloo. Soo liggéeyee bugg a liggéey di nga am li nga xamante ne moom nga yelloo si biir dëkk bi. Mooy lan we've seen all these fishermen. They want to work. They want to be given the same opportunities yi nga xamantene mom lañ jox ñi nga xamantene moy the Senegalese or the Chinese that are coming there fishing, but they are not giving them that opportunity. The time of closing the ñu ne window bi ñoo tëj ak bi ñoo ubbi pour allow the fish pour ñu breed during the night, the minister su neexee tey mu tëj time bi su ko neexee tey mu change waxtu bi. Why? Because he does not care, because the fishermen are crying and their voice why nobody care. Our ministers don't care. Our president, our government don't care about these local people, about the local fishermen and the people that live in these areas. They don't care about their health. They don't care about the farmers. They don't care about these nobody else. All they care about signing agreement with foreign countries who are going to give them kickbacks. This is what they care. So that their pockets will be fatter. This is what they do. Or perhaps they will take them to dinner like we saw the minister one time. There was a video circulating him laughing with these Chinese people, enjoying the meal. And what came after that, nobody knows. This is what these people are. Corruption. And in the PDI's government, corruption, and because everything will be out in the open. You can go online and get whatever information you want. Freedom of information, you can demand to ask to have any information you want with the PDI's government. But in this government, a minister cannot even tell you what he's signing. Did he read the agreement before he signed it? Because he's responsible at the end of the day. I would have read an agreement before I sign it, and I will know the most important part of that agreement so that anybody, the media, anybody could have question me about it and I want to know, I would just give it to them like that. But guess what, Gambia? They don't care. Because they know at the end of the day, they are going to have some people out there who are going to be singing their praises, who are going to be clapping for them when they come and face us and lie. They have people who are out there defending them. When people who are interested in developing Gambia, you know how, put them in question, hold them accountable, you have other people out there who are going to be attacking you and defending them. This is what we have, mediocrity. We have people ñoo xamantene ñoom ci seen boppa dañ jàng ñoom ci seen boppa jëriñu seen askan pour ñoo taxaw pour xeexal seen askan ñoom ñooy dem di bokk ci political party yoo xamantene or na leen ne ñi mënu ñoo yóbbu dëkk amuñ xam-xam xamuñ ko sax. They don't know how, but yet they are defending them. That's why we see the likes of Yunus Haidara every day on Facebook attacking the likes of Halifa Sallah. These are the kind of people we see. Ñoo xamantene they call themselves intellectuals, corrupt intellectuals. Ñoo xamantene dëgg ñoru leen. Ñoo xamantene interest la ñoo xeex. Ñoo xamantene they join political parties for their own selfish interests. Because don't tell me that somebody like Yunus Haidara, I will just add this to what I'm saying. Somebody will say, oh, this has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with it. Because if we have people like him on social media, on platforms, intellectuals, and they are trying to accuse the likes of Halifa Sallah and Sidia Jatta, these people are corrupt. They are corrupt, dishonest intellectuals. Of course. Because an individual, you stood on social media before. Nga taxaw nga ne yal nañu yàlla musal si government UDP yal nañu yàlla musal si government UDP. There is nothing loo xamantene waxuloo ko ñi yow nga ñëwaat nga waccu nga mar ko. Because why? Because deep down in your heart you know that these people cannot govern. You know that these people does not have no agenda for the country. You know that these people plus Adama Barrow's government, NPP, all of these people, because to me, as far as I'm concerned, NPP and UDP are all one political party divided in two because of their own selfish interests, not because of Gambia. So if we have Yunus Haidara, ngane yo danga oppose Adama Barrow. Anybody who is supporting Adama Barrow, ngane danga oppose Adama Barrow, ngadem UDP, then you are not thinking of Gambia. That is not, because these are one political party. This is one political party. These two political parties are one political party divided in two. Because ñoom ñep ñu ngi said fan la ñoo dugalé benn tanka fi dugal benn tanka fi to better themselves and their pockets and send interest, not because of Gambia. Because if they were thinking about Gambia, Yunus Haidara si bopam du doon dem nan dafa against Adama Barrow di dem UDP. Tell me what's the difference between two political parties? The same strategy lañ am. Strategy of attacking people, strategy of talking boja wa. Wahi kayo rek la ñoo wax. They will never talk about agenda. A political party that when they sit down to talk about their political party, they will not talk about what these people have done or what they want to do for the Gambia and the Gambian people. This will tell you that these are bojo nonsense, no idea political party, no ideology, no vision for the country. That is it. When a political party sit down and talk, my full ak fayda, ak vision, and how to take the country, and how programs and agenda lolo len dispirize the deaf every day in Gambia. We have our agenda is out there. Go read it. We have the likes of Yunus Haidara Nyaka Jom, ñoo talk Facebook di lambari, di wax lu ñor ak lu ñorut, di xeex, di jaay moom moo saabali kan moo gën a am hips yu rëy, di jagar si Facebook bi. And this is what you call people, intellectuals like this in Gambia? I am sorry for my country. I am sorry for Gambia. Gambia is crying for its intellectual. Pour ñu ñëw ñu génna ñu save ko. That is what we want. We want our intellectuals to come out and save our country. Not selfish, dishonest intellectual like Yunus Haidara. That is why I can't be bothered with these people. I'm sorry, I didn't even want to talk about this guy because I don't have no respect for anybody called Hamneranga dishonest. You're dishonest. You're here talking about what? Can you imagine what you could have even done for your political party if you were honest enough? And if you were interested in seeing a better Gambia? You could have been there trying to formulate policy for your political party and try to sell their agenda. But I don't blame you because they don't have no agenda to sell. That is why nga buga neka di deviate those people who have agenda. And we're not gonna allow you. I just give you this window bundaw bi rek pour wax sa affaire. Because nit ko xamne ñorulo ken waru ta wax sa affaire. Mota sam man I would suma amon the power. Halifa will never ever respond to you because man sa suma bopa sa so gisee ma tok jëla tudda del tontu because nak suma president bi mom mo la tontu motax ma ñew di wax ci yow. Otherwise I wouldn't give you time of the day because I don't have time for the likes of you, Yunus. Thank you very much. I'll get back ma digress del si waat mooy ne lan ma del si waat si issue bi. The minister lim wax mooy lan James Gomez lim wax dafa leer mu ne agreement bi nga xamantene Gambia sign nañ ko ak Senegal mu ne it was signed by Adama Barrow te nag lii Gambia ñun ñëpp ñoo si war a jóg wax si ñu demand ne we need to ñëw everybody foo mun di nekk in Gambia sa parliamentarian su fa nekkee make sure ne we insist they bring this agreement back to parliament and ñu check ko whether this thing ñëw na dégg naa maa ngi déglu honorable Silla Ousmane Silla Banjul North ñu ko doon interview Panderi Touré mu ngi ko doon interview mu ngay wax ne the APRC parliamentarian bi Nyasi mu ngi demand ne na di minister ñëw he is going to table a motion pour mu ñëw pour mu dellusiwaat parliament pour ñu laaj ko pour mu leeral li su fekkee ne leeral na ko pour ñu ñëwaat pour ñu review this agreement and if we review this agreement if they review this agreement mu nekk loo xamante ne is not favorable to the people to the Gambian people dinañ ko revoke and I am calling for that moom laay wax sorry maa ngi oote ne parliamentarian si so maa ngi wax ne this is a great move boo xamante ne maa ngi koo oote pour ne suñ parliamentarian si loolu kontaan naa trop bi nga xamante ne dégg naa ne ñu ngi koo demand pour def ko pour ñu oo ko waat pour mu ñëwaat pour ñu seet pour ñu review this agreement and when they review this agreement if it's something loo xamante ne is not favorable to the people then they will revoke it te lii ñu ngi koo wax ne ñu ngi koo rafetlu trop ñu ngi rafetlu di wax ne yéen ñëpp jaajëf ñu ngi wax the parliamentarians thank you very much this is what we want this is what you are voted for lii moom la nit ñi óoloo leen votal leen pour ngeen ñëw pour taxawal leen seen kàddu lu ñoo joytu ngeen ñëw joytu ko si parlement bi lii la ñoo wax ne ñu ngi leen a jaajëfal di leen delloo njukkal di leen wax ne jërë ngeen jëf te ñu ngi wax ne we want this to continue and we are also telling the Gambian people ne we need to wake up we are telling people to get up and go and register because fi mu nekk ñu ngi si last few days si li des pour ñu take the registration 2021 registration bi voters registration bi bareetut so ñëpp nañ jóg pour dem register because we all need to go and register everybody need to register wherever you are ñu ngee wane jigéen ñi jërë ngeen jëf gis nañ ne jigéen ñi ñu ngee wane ne ñoom ñoo gën a register waaw nag kas jàpput bi ko xam nañ ne jigéen ñi ñoom ñoo over in the population but still notwithstanding ñu ngee still wax ne ngeen continue di register xale yi especially you because yéen seen future moo nekk yéen you are the future of the country and we want you ne yéen ay decide who will be the next president of the country and I'm hoping ne everybody will wake up and see ne these people cannot and will not take us to the promised land bi nga xamante ne moom lañ bugga as a country because we want Gambia pour mu develop. Gambia is a very small country. It can be done only if we vote for the right people in place. They're the only people, the only political party. I'm not talking about all these NGOs. I'm not talking about all these NGOs, so-called political party. They just come to want to better themselves and make their pockets fatter. We're not talking about that. For those people, this is kind of like an investment. It's like a business investment for them. They are thinking, you know what, I'm going to invest $1 million so that when I get into government, I can do like the Maifatis to start driving all these expensive cars. I can also start being like the Maifatis and these Ahmadba to start buying homes everywhere. This is not how people come to government to do. People come to government to ensure ne dekabi defar nañ ko nit ñi dinañ gis seen bopp ci government, and this is example PDIs, because if we've seen them, if they were there for themselves and they wanted to better themselves and to better their pockets and their families and those who are close to them, they would have taken a job in this new government, because we all know that PDIs was the brain of the coalition. Halifa Sallah was in a position bo xamantene ak ñom Syria, they would have taken advantage of Adama Barrow because he was vulnerable back in 2017, and any advice Halifa Sallah gave Adama Barrow would have easily done it. But guess what? Halifa Sallah jiital askan wi, Halifa Sallah jiital réew mi, jiital buga askan wi ak buga réew mi ak dëkk bi moo taxoon li nga xamante ne moom la waxoon nit ñi mu taxaw ci mu d'accord si waxuñu woon ne dañoo dem foofu pour ñëw xëccoo di njiiroo comme niñ ko gisee Pambaras mu defee ko moom loolu la fa nekkee woon dafa ne woon teg toog xaar ba jàmm génn mu door di njiiroo ñoom Halifa nag loolu taxut leen su leen neexoon ñu def ko waaye defuñ ko dañ toogoon te mooy woon Gaynde Njaay ba toogoon jàkkaarloo jàmme mooy woon Gaynde Njaay bi nga xamante ne saa yuñ ootee mooy jiital Adama Barrow téye pépa yi di riid di lox moom mu taxaw si booram te la moo riid Halifa Sallah lam tooro moo ko binda munoon naa ñëw di dóor dina waaye doo ko dégga mukk mu dóor dina ndi gor la gor nag noonu rek nga mun a mel moo tax nag ma ne Gambia dégg naa ne suñ bàjjen suñ tanta Adiyam Seka naan Bading Yafasa gestooti ne delloo njukkal dama ne nag su delloo njukkal di am ki ñoo war a delloo njukkal mooy Halifa Sallah waaye nag réew du pour delloo wante njukkal réew dañ koy jox ki nga xam ne moo ko mun a yóbbu te dama ne PDOIS ñoo am the agenda ñoo am the programme and the policies gis nañ ko they have demonstrated it they came out recently and they have launch their manifesto biñ launch wax nañ li nga xam ne moom la ñoo yóbboo réew politique nag noonu la political party dangaa launch sa manifesto dangaa am manifesto am programme jàkkaarloo askan wi ñëw everyday si media bi di wax ne lii nii la ak naka la benn political party day moo ko fi def biir Gambie bu leet mooy PDOIS ñeneen ñi nag waaye xam nañ ne nag roy du nuroo pire dañoo xaar bañ génnee ñu ñëw di copy di paste ñun soo ñu nga Halifa Sallah tey si nelawam Sidia ak bépp koo xamante ne is part of PDOIS nga leen ne leen laaj leen dara si seen manifesto bi they can say it like that they don't even need to start reading it they don't because ñoom ñoo dem si askan bi ñoom ñoo dem ñu make enough research ñu càmbar ko ñu bind ko daanaka looloo tax moo tax ma ne Gambia let's go and register and vote for PDOIS for system change vote for PDOIS for a better Gambia vote youth si di ngeen am liggéey dinañ ensure ne lii ñoo joytu si wastage bi it will be managed properly because they will put regulations yoo xamante ne they will ensure ne any foreigner boo xamante ne ñoo nga Gambia pour ñoo defa ñun business ama ñun agreement you will honor this agreement otherwise dinañ am penalties yoo xamante ne moom lañ def because réew noonu la dañoo def anything you have with somebody you will have regulations yoo xamante ne and if you break this then there is gonna be fine there is gonna be something that will have to be ñu teg ko si sa kaw so loolu la ñëwa please go and register and vote for PDOIS maa ngi leen a wate leen jërë ngeen jëf thank you very much video bi dugg na tey dama ñëw rek because I've already promised every Friday but xam ngeen ne soo tukkee ba ñëw from Africa I don't really feel too good but I had to come out and honor the promise bi nga xamante ne moom la because it is our role we are playing our role everybody is playing their role wherever they are so this is the little thing loo xamante ne ñun am nañ ko ñun tamit pour contribute ñu ngi leen a wax ne leen jërë ngeen jëf di leen dig daje beneen ajuma inshallah dinañ ñëw pour waxtaan ak yéen doxalini réew ak naka lañ ko doxalee réew mi nag munuñ bawoo te nag wax nañ ne ku munut baw lu yàqu yow la xamuñ ni ñoo doxalee réew xamuñ ni ñoo yóbboo réew te suñ leen fa tegee 100 years sax digga duñ ko mun maa ngi leen a wax ne jaajëf asalaamualeykum ba beneen ajuma jërë ngeen jëf